Let's talk about dark academia. This popular trend is rooted in showcasing dark-toned walls and a myriad of diverse quirky treasures. Think Hogwarts, but with a lot more style. Despite its slightly spooky ambience, I can hope you see why this trend is getting more popular. Dark academia consists of a keen balance of dark and light colors, natural wood, vintage and metal finishings, and loads of interesting and well-arranged objects, as well as plenty of natural lighting. It's dark, but not like Hot Topic dark. Everything feels very grown up, but there can be a sense of playfulness and curiosity which can be added by the antiques that you decide to fill your home with. Dark academia, like most things these days, got its start on social media, primarily TikTok. The trend has been alive since mid-2020 and has become more and more popular in recent months. As its name implies, dark academia makes use of heavy, dark, muted color palette and objects which are often connected to either an educational or a college realm, such as books, relics, oddities, and fine art. It's an aesthetic that relies heavily on classical features and therefore has a timeless air about it, which is built entirely on the sense of mystery and embellishment. But it has a secret thread of coziness which is actually woven through it from start until finish. Colors are more than welcome in dark academia. You can find a broad spectrum from the invigorating and luxurious darker hues to the more lighter muted tones. The blend of darker colors with lighter earth tones can still be cozy and also lively. It feels very similar to an old castle aesthetic with natural light pouring in and some softly and pleasantly furnished rooms, which produces a sense of calm and thoughtfulness. It feels absolutely lovely to relax in a home like this, and you feel like you're truly tucked away from all the chaos. You typically find dark walls the norm, but you can also leave your walls painted in a lighter color and then focus on using darkly painted furniture for a similar vibe. Obviously, leather old bound books are the very best, but any decent book collection will do, to be honest. Candles, lamps, dimmable ceiling lights, these are all going to be your ideal lighting arrangements. Coziness and relaxation are really the primary goals here. So on theme, curtains, blankets, and throw pillows are all more than welcome. Now let us break down some of the ways that you can incorporate dark academia. 1, venture to the dark side. Wait, I don't mean that dark side. I mean just paint. 2, maintain a dark scheme with antique portraits. You can emphasize your moody scheme by using some antique portraits and pairing them with a modern twist. For example, think of 19th century portraits of gentlemen. This type of 19th century portraits will really help create a moody aesthetic. You can look for these at auctions or at your local thrift store. Putting several of these portraits together can produce a library or a clubby feel. To emphasize this feeling, use painted wallpaper on the ceiling. 3, source authentic antiques. Dark academia is not going to be possible without shelves which are laden full with antiques, whether that is an ornate photo frame, an elaborate candle holder, a flower vase, whatever it may be. But so many people think of antiques as something old, dusty, and even something that they would find in their grandparents' houses, But an antique can actually add so much, even to the most contemporary space. Give an antique a new lease of life, or repolster an old chair with fresh linen fabric or bold velvet, and before you know it, you will experience satisfaction knowing that you chose that piece which is unique to you and your home. 4. Interrupt the moody palette with earthy hues. While this trend is primarily associated with monochromatic tones, it similarly celebrates some natural colors, including greens and blues, which are already trending this year. Earthy muted tones will help to create a calm space, and I would recommend to avoid some dull grays and swap them out for some earthy greens or dusty blues. 5. Invest in natural furnishings to really create an enduring statement piece. In the same way that earthy tones contribute to dark academia, natural furnishings are equally influential in this trend. One of my personal favorite materials to use is pipey oak. It's a beautiful natural living product with texture, movement from the grain, and this really helps to bring warmth and character to a piece of furniture. This tone works particularly well against harder materials such as metal or stone, and of course the rich use of a black paint.